Hey guys, I'm Heen from ROLI, and I'm really excited to be here today at Gear for Music Studio. Today I'm gonna introduce you to ROLI Blocks and to show you how easy it is to integrate it right into your music production workflow. So let's dive right in. As an overview, Blocks is a modular music studio that grows with you. It's the newest release from ROLI, which incorporates years of research and development on our pioneering expressive hardware and software for music making. Blocks are wireless, handheld, and lightweight, so you can take them wherever you go. The fact that it's modular means you can build as you go. You add new blocks to do new things. To add the block, just click it in place with the block's DNA connectors at the sides of every module. And feel free to rearrange your blocks in different configurations like this if you like it here. I mean, they all work. The layout is completely up to you. Blocks is simple enough for beginners to get started and powerful enough for professionals. If you're a beginner, I'd suggest getting started with using Blocks with our free noise app available from the App Store, as it has various built-in functionalities and tools to help you get started with music making. So let's give you a bit more information on the core component of this modular system. The Lightpad Block has a pressure-sensitive silicone surface. You can play the Lightpad like a regular pad controller to trigger sounds. But you can also use it to shape 5D sounds. To shape your sound, you can strike, press, glide left to right, slide up and down, and lift off. This allows you to instantly create sounds that would normally require hours of tedious post-production. Now that you guys know a bit more about the hardware, let's dive right into integrating Blocks into your music creation process. Blocks Dashboard is a piece of software we recently released. It allows you to integrate Blocks right into your existing production workflow seamlessly. And with this, you can customize the Blocks functionalities and behaviors when using it with other DAWs and plugins. Although Blocks is, strictly speaking, an MPE device, it does appear on your Mac as a MIDI device when connected via Bluetooth or the provided USB cable. When Blocks is connected to Dashboard, you can click on the Browse button to look for the preset for whatever you want to configure your blocks to do. First up is MPE mode. It's great for using the Lightpad Blocks with other MPE compatible plugins. The touch technology on Blocks is fully utilized when you use it in MPE mode, allowing you to control MIDI parameters with 5D touch. Be sure to use this mode when using it with other MPE compatible plugins, for example Equator, Strobe 2 or Diva. Okay, so once you've loaded the MPE mode script onto your Lightpad Block, the side panel pops up and it gives you a bunch of kind of basic controls like setting the LED colors, its MIDI behavior, its octave range. But the most interesting part for me is how you can reconfigure the whole grid layout depending on what key you're working with. So right now, as you can see, it's in E minor. And basically the grid will light up the pads that's within the scale. So if I follow the light up pads, gives me E minor. And if you want to switch it to whatever scale, then it also works and it'll reconfigure as you go. At the bottom of the panel, you also have various kind of sensitivity parameters in terms of controlling 5D touch and how sensitive you want them to be. So now I've got my MPE script loaded. I can go to Logic. As you can see, I've already got Equator loaded up, an MPE plugin. So Equator will immediately respond to all the 5 dimensions. So there you go. Another very popular module within this block system would be the loop block. It's great for looping your music. It has all the basically transport controls. And if you have a loop block, you might want to use it as transport control for your DAW. So I've basically like MIDI mapped everything into Logic, and now I have these additional transport functions at my fingertips. So let's give it a go and record something. I'm gonna set the metronome. Yeah, so now I've successfully recorded a loop. I can even quantize it with the quantize button. I can undo, and I mean, you can basically MIDI map it to whatever you need to map it to. So I've just successfully recorded a loop with just 3 buttons really, just a play, pause, record, and metronome. And it has a bunch of other buttons. It's completely up to you what you want to map it to. Personally, I've mapped one of the buttons to quantize, undo, moving the cycle up and down, and like switching tracks, things like that. But it's completely up to you. So I've just recorded the MPE synth sound using MPE script mode. Now I want to move on to adding some drums. So the great thing about the Lightpad is it has all these backlit LEDs, allowing us to kind of reconfigure it to whatever mode. So I would recommend drum mode, which is like the standard 4x4 layout, which everyone is familiar. So yeah, you can play it like regular drums. And it works great as a drum controller. So let's add the layer in. So yeah, now I have got my drum loop ready. We are ready to move on. So basically Block's dashboard, apart from all the MPE mode and drum mode, it also comes with a bunch of custom scripts that we've developed for different utility purposes. So for example, we have this Lightpad fader mode where you can turn your Lightpad into fader banks. So here you can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4 faders, and I'm actually on bank 1. So I could press the side button to navigate to different banks, and eventually you end up having 16 different faders for you to MIDI map to, maybe controlling the mix or whatever you want really. Another thing you might use the Lightpad block for is maybe like as an XY pad sometimes, a bit like a kind of K oscillator, where the whole thing just becomes an XY pad, and you can use it for effects, map it to X and Y. It's also pressure sensitive, by the way. So, I mean, these are only some of the kind of basic functionalities of what you can do with Blocks and Blocks dashboard. Obviously, it's very much still a beta product at the moment, and we're very excited to be working on more and more cool scripts for you guys to play around with. If you are slightly geekier than the average, you might want to get your hands dirty and kind of code your own programs for Blocks, which you also can do. So let me show you quickly. yeah, basically you have this whole scripting environment where you can program and tell the blocks to do exactly what you want it to do. We're currently working really hard to pack more features into Dashboard to bring more values to you guys. So stay tuned for more updates in the future. Anyway, Blocks is a tremendously powerful music production tool. Not just in the sense that it can be used with most of the MIDI plugins out there, but also in bringing expressive controls right at your fingertips. Being completely wireless and modular, it truly allows you to build your own portable music studio as you grow, and make music wherever you go. That's all for now. If you'd like to learn more information about ROLI Blocks, then please visit the Gear for Music website. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you soon.